Alright, welcome back to round 6. We're up at home against Mozzie Park on our last stretch of home games before we head away for the latter half of the season. Coming in 5-0 after a really good win last week, we were obviously confident, but also wary, as we know Mozzie Park were near the top of the ladder as well. I've only lost one game coming into this, and they definitely, you'll see. Alright, I'll run through some game footage. Here's a quick handball out of the back line. I think early in the first quarter this was. It was a pretty tight contest all day, up until halftime. I think we were up at halftime by maybe a goal, maybe two. This one kind of wasn't expecting to get the handball, so I could try to get it on pretty quick because I thought I was pretty pressured. Could admit I had a pretty poor start to the game. Had quite a bit of the footy, but just kind of butchered everything, to be fair, in that first half there. This one got a free kick for an out on the full, so played on, actually had a bit of room. For a deepish entry, I think we're about 35-40 out from here. This is after a couple missed kicks. Confidence is a little down. I was actually meant to hit Reggie here on the left, but luckily Jack was there, so it kind of saved my ass on this one. But it was a telltale for me in that first half. Just a little low on confidence with my kicks, but I felt like they got better as the game went on. Alright, so that's pretty much the scoreline heading into quarter time. We're up by a goal, and then we actually led at halftime by 1-1. But we switched sides here, and I actually have a ton of room on the wing in this quarter. Probably took about 4 or 5 bounces through this cold quarter down this one wing. So that was probably my best kick for the day. The kick inside 450, nothing against Bowen, obviously. Probably a bit of how we went as a team throughout the whole day. Just our skill was not up to level. And I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say I was definitely not up to standard. Great grab here by Ritzy. Not the only time we got up during the day. Unfortunately, almost took a hanger in the last quarter. Unfortunately, didn't get it on footage, but almost could have taken one down. And then here's me again on the wing, but I actually messed his kick up massively. I think it was a turnover and actually a goal, so whoops. As you can see, I pretty much just completely missed my boot here.
Back to kicking school, but
Alright, so we're now into the third quarter. Like I said, we're up by a goal, or 7 points, leading into half-time. And then going into the last, they kicked the first, and then we kicked one. Things were steady. Our goal was to kind of just run them off their feet defensively and kind of chip the ball around. And that kind of worked for the first 15 minutes of the quarter. The ship was steady. And then the floodgates just opened and they booted 7 goals on us within, I honestly probably would have been within 10 minutes, probably 7 goals in 7 minutes, I'm not going to lie.
Go again.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. Probably one of the worst 10 minutes of football I've been a part of as a team, and I'm sure all the other boys can vouch for that one as well. Just didn't seem to stop them. Kudos to them, to be honest, but yeah, and that pretty much sealed the game for them, to be fair. And this is what the score looked like going into the last quarter. Obviously 6 goals down, ended up being a 9-point loss. So we actually kicked back. Yeah, so we obviously decided to show up in the last quarter. And I think we kept into 3 inside 50s for the quarter, and they kicked 1 behind to our 4 goals, 4 I think it was, to be honest. So as you can tell, kind of kicked back. We got pretty close. That's their final score there, 10-10 to 12-7. Unfortunately, lost our first game, and it had to be at home. We were looking to go undefeated, but that's all right. We move on to next week.